According to Bhagavad Gita, above the wall of the universe that we know, time assumes a different feature. The God is subjected to a different time frame and had his own period of activities and rest. The beings of constitute their days and nights. When Supreme Self is awake, he would expand outwardly and manifest his objective world, and when it will be time for rest, he would withdraw into himself and bring the world, an entire creation, to temporary half. This is similar to the expansion and contraction of the material origin of the universe. In Hinduism, time is known as Kal. Kal means both death and time. Kal, as god of death, determine how long a person should live upon earth. Death and time are associated together. An individual's time upon earth begin with his birth and end with his death. However, for the soul, there is no death. It has no time because it is without a beginning and without an end. Hinduism perceives time as cyclical. We measure time on basic movement of physical objects, which is based on our own experience. The time Earth takes to orbit the Sun, we name as year. The time the Moon takes to orbit the Earth, we name as a month. And the time the Earth takes to revolve on its axis, we name as a day. We see this cyclical pattern in seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, seasons, and yugas or epochs. So, from this perspective, time is never-ending cyclical process, which is both repetitive and exhaustive. Man made timepieces to tell time, using sand, water, pendulum, quartz crystals, and etc. By observing how many times these objects swing, rotate, or vibrate during the greater movements of the planets. In fact, every physical object or mechanism is a clock of sorts, because everything physical is affected by time, even the beating of our heart. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, each time cycle has three components: Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Srishti means creation, Sthiti means continuation, and Laya means dissolution. Each time cycle begins with creation for certain duration of time and then dissolves into nothingness. After a brief respite, the cycle begins all over again. We can see the same pattern in life, also as childhood, adulthood, old age, and death. The fourfold miseries caused by natural disasters, attacks by other creatures, and by our human enemies. In Hindu, calculation of time comes to us from Sai Ganita, who is mentioned in the Manusmriti. He calculated the duration of each cycle of creation in human years. He divided the cosmic time into kalpas, which is a day, and night in the time and space of Brahma. It is considered to be equal of 4.32 billion solar year. According to Vedas, Brahma lives for 100 years. Currently, 50 years of Brahma have elapsed. We are in the first kalpa of 51 years of Brahma, which means life of Brahma is equal to 311.04 trillion years, which means the universe sustained for 311.4 trillion solar years, then destroyed, from which almost 155.52 trillion years has already elapsed. After destruction, which we know as Pralaya, it's time for recreation and cycle starts again. The time and space, that is place and direction, soul and mind like ether, time and space are eternal. The Sanatan Dharma is always new. The changing of time and place cannot demolish it.